Well, the first thing I thought about is it sounds like a quota.
A parking enforcement officer says when he pushed back against orders to write a certain number of tickets, his boss targeted him. And he just filed a claim against the city, and only 10 News reporter Michael Chen has the man's allegation that his boss is using the man's disability to get him in trouble.
A minor accident
I hear this psst.
with major consequences.
I'm thinking, this can't be true.
Parking enforcement officer Carlos Rodriguez says it all began
I have to improve my numbers.
when a supervisor sat down with him twice in 2 months to tell him he had to up his daily ticket count from about 80 to 100 because the other officers wrote more than 120.
The first thing I thought about is it sounds like a quota.
Rodriguez says he voiced his concerns and also reminded his boss of his condition, one impacting the central nervous system, forcing Rodriguez to drink water frequently and take bathroom breaks, a condition he says the city knew about when he was transferred to the job more than 5 years ago. Then, a few months after a talk with his boss, he was driving this truck working with a street sweeper. Rodriguez says he was going a few miles per hour and took a wide right turn. He ended up hitting this curb. One of his tires went flat. He says he called his supervisor, who called police and said nothing.
I was worried, but I was upset.
As police arrested him for a DUI because he was having trouble walking, a symptom of his condition. Charges never filed, his license temporarily suspended. Rodriguez lost 6 weeks' pay. He says he was targeted and just filed a claim against the city.
This is all a setup because my client refused to break the law and go along with a quota system.
It's not right to discriminate against disabled people who are willing to do their job and get the job done.
Michael Chen, 10 News.
Rodriguez is now back on the job, but says that his supervisor told him in the initial meetings that he was on probation. City officials declined to comment on the case, citing pending litigation. Sources tell us that city parking tickets are routinely monitored to ensure that there are no quotas.